Just about, I think it's close enough to 7. Let's do it. Okay, so it's 7 o'clock. We're going to call the meeting to order. I do have an addition of, we have an item to add under budget deliberation. So we have 3 motions coming from budget. And any other additions here this evening? I'd like to ask for a motion to approve the agenda as amended with the one addition. Do we have a seconder?
I'll say.
Okay, thank you. It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? The agenda with the one addition is approved. We do not have any gallery presentations this evening, so we will forego gallery presentations. And I do have some acknowledgements, and then I will open up the floor to see if the council would like to offer any acknowledgements this evening. I wanted to note that May 5th today is National Day of Awareness for Murdered and Missing Indigenous Women, Girls, and Two-Spirit People. Also, May is Asian Heritage Month. It's also Canadian Jewish Heritage Month, Polish Heritage Month. May 5th is also Dutch Heritage Day. And May 17th is International Day Against Homophobia, Transphobia, and Biphobia. May 24th is Victoria Day, and starting the last Sunday of May is National Accessibility Week May Acknowledgements. So also I wanted to offer up a local acknowledgement as well. We have a young man who returned to Port Hawkesbury, winning gold at the World Cheerleading Championship held in Orlando, Florida in April. Luke McDonnell brought home some gold medal. And I would ask council to consider creating some kind of acknowledgement for that wonderful accomplishment and maybe inviting him to our June public meeting and presenting him with a certificate or a letter, something nice if council is open to that idea.
That's great. For sure. In favor.
Okay, fantastic. And I also would be remiss if I didn't mention that you can look on the town website and also Town of Port Hawkesbury Facebook page. There are applications for our Volunteer of the Year that is currently active. If you have trouble filling the form online, just come in and ask staff for a hard copy. We're happy to provide one. And at that, thank you to all of our volunteers today and every day. So hopefully we'll have lots of submissions come forward. I'm sure we will, because we have an amazing population of volunteers in our community. And I would open up the floor to see if there are any other acknowledgements. I believe we have the Mike Savage here today handing out some awards for medal recipients. Congratulations to students,
Yes, all students.
all the students.
Yes.
Any other acknowledgements? Okay, we'll move on to our council minutes. Under agenda item 6, we have a public meeting set of minutes from April 7th, 2026. I'd ask at this time if there are any errors or omissions. Hearing none. We'll move on to business arising from that set of minutes. Okay, we'll move on to council committee reports, and just to note, since this is our combined public meeting with committee of the whole, which we will go through our reports this evening, we do not have committee reports as of yet. So we will move on to what's next, Terry? Forgo these.
Yeah,
Okay, so-
there's no motions from.
Okay. Okay, council reports on assigned committees. So we will start, maybe we'll start with somebody there.
Okay. April 1st, chaired the Grow Port Hawkesbury Committee. April 8th, I met with the business owner with town staff. April 13th to the 15th, along with the mayor, attended the Hydrogen and Smart Energy Conference in Halifax, which the report was submitted there. April 14th, I also, while up at that conference, attended virtually the Joint Police Advisory Committee. April 21st, met with town staff and EDPC to review the dangerous and unsightly premises policy. April 22nd, attended the Sports Wall of Fame Committee. April 23rd, joined the members of Port Hawkesbury touring the new Macquarie Drive apartment building construction, which is great to see in the town. April 27th, attended the Landry Lake Board meeting. April 28th, met with town council and town staff to review budget. And May 1st, attended a community engagement session organized by Dalhousie University, which I kind of commend Dalhousie. This even come from a St. Vex grad. But they were really engaging with the community just to meet the education needs with the needs of the community. And so I attended one regarding economic growth and development, and the second planning and water resources. Okay.
Thank you for your report. So we'll move on to Councillor Hart.
I forwarded my report to Melissa, who's.
Fantastic, thank you so much. And we'll move over to Councillor Lennon.
Thank you, Your Worship. On March 18th, I had a Grow Port Hawkesbury Defense Investment Attraction Planning session. On the 18th of March, on the 20th at 09:30 to 10 o'clock, participated in a Win Europe promotional material planning session. March 20th, 13:30 to 14:30, a virtual meeting with Lean Gons, CTO for Potlatech, on possibilities of exploring a green fund application with our neighbors in Potlatech. March 20th, 14:30 to 15:30, a virtual meeting with a tenant on the waterfront on investment attraction opportunities. On March 25th, 16:30, 17:30, with Rural Port Hawkesbury, Potlatech, and the regional advisor to the Minister of Defence on defence investment attraction. I was in Europe and attended that virtually. April 7th, 18 to 1900, in Canberra, Port Hawkesbury Civic Centre. April 7th, public meeting of council. April 9th, 14:30 to 15:30, Can-Do CanSec prep meeting with Chris Gray and Associates. April 10th, Wind Europe planning session. April 15th, 15:30, planning and advisory committee meeting in person with the Port Hawkesbury Civic Centre boardroom. That was our first meeting, I believe. April 16th, 1500, 1600, the Alan J. McCacken Regional Airport meeting. And that meeting, we didn't have an in-camera session because our neighbors in Inverness County were attending virtually, and they have a policy not to attend in-camera meetings virtually. So we suspended our meetings for the day, unfortunately. April 19th, Wind Europe and reverse mission. April 19th to April 24th, I was in Wind Europe, Madrid, Basque Country, and I have a report that's incomplete.
Okay.
It's about 20 pages. I'll submit it, and maybe we'll make a presentation to our Grow Port Hawkesbury committee and invite regional stakeholders. I didn't complete my expenses for this report until I complete the report. So there's a little bit of incentive for me to hurry up and do it.
And just before you continue with your report, it would be great to have Councillor Langley share a bit of a presentation with us at our public meeting in June, if you're open to that as well. I think it's a great thing to celebrate.
Lost lessons learned, no point in keeping them.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So council is open to that. We'll definitely, we'll put you'll be one of our gallery presentations.
Okay, and I'm very quick, just a couple of items here. April 28th, 16th, 1900, Town of Port Hawkesbury municipal budget planning. May 1st, 10 to 1300, in person in Halifax with representatives from North and the capital who were in Madrid. It was a good contact to make. May 4th, telemeeting with the manager of Energy Sector Development for the town of Port Hawkesbury. And we're making plans for May 13th visit from, correct. And May 4th, 1500, 1600 CanSec prep meeting.
Fantastic. And Councilor McCoy. over to
Thank
you.
you, your worships. On April 1st, participated and attended with the Community Development Committee. April 8th, participated online in the Teams meeting with a presentation, education consultation session put on by NSFM regarding the new FOIPOP regulations. On April 14th, the Board of Directors attended a meeting with the Board of Directors of the Inverness County Home Support Agency. And on the 24th, attended a debrief session with accreditors that had come to Inverness to do their first accreditation of the agency. And they got very high mark and they did very well. So very pleased. That was over a year-long effort to get ready for that accreditation. And so it was a great result and very positive. Thank you.
Okay, fantastic. And I've also, like Paul, I've submitted my report to council. I did want to just flag one thing because I would like council to consider a support letter that I'd like to include in some promotional materials. And it's basically just reinstating that, you know, we continue to look for opportunities. The letter speaks specifically to any opportunities around Canada's defense build out. So if council is receptive to that, I would ask for someone to make a motion
I'll
in that
do that.
regard.
I'll second.
Okay, so a motion from the floor for a support letter for promotional use. All those in favor, please signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? Okay, motion is approved. And as always, if anybody has any questions with regard to the report submitted by both Paul and I and Todd and I, don't hesitate to reach out, or anything else that's outlined in my report. And with that, we will move on to CAO reports. Over to you, Terry.
Yes, so thank you, Mayor. So the reports have been prepared and they've been included in your package. So they're quite detailed and really cover, actually, because of the combination with this combined meeting, 2 months. So there's a lot of information there. I will not go through each item, but I just wanted to highlight some items for information. We've had, Jason McMillan had organized a training session for Josh committee members and supervisors. 2-day event that was extremely valuable and really helps us ingrain that culture of safety within our organization. Thanks to Jason and thanks for all the supervisors and Josh committee members for coming in for that. Really, I think the whole community is proud of the work of Nicole Campbell and her class at Tamarack Education Center in going and doing a community cleanup. We were happy to recognize that and present them with a small token of our appreciation for that event. Just integrating into the community. This is our natural resources. It's a natural resources class from NSCC. So students from the Natural Resources Environment Technology program visited the town water treatment plant during the reporting period. So annual event where we take class and show them the workings of the Lander Lake water treatment plant or water pumping facility.
Can I interrupt you for a minute? Will you go back to the past slide? So would council be open? I think it'd be nice to send a thank you letter to the class on behalf of council.
Yeah.
Just to,
Absolutely.
like, that's, like, these young folks, they worked so hard that day, like, would that be,
Little acknowledgement.
yeah, just a little letter
Perhaps a
from your
lapel pin or
council.
pen or something.
Let's do that. I don't think we need a motion, maybe. Okay. Perfect. Sorry, Terry. I just thought it'd be nice to It's been some positive.
No, thank you. It's a great example for the community and really, I think, any number of people in the community were very impressed by that and
Absolutely.
just very worthy if not. Just one other thing, just a reminder, that our, heavy garbage pickup, happens next week, so residents have to have their, large items, at the curb on Monday, May 11th. And they'll be picked up, through the week until the 15th. So lots of notice out there, but good to get that word out, so, a lot of people, really, wait for this to put out their, to clean up their yard and their house.
Purge.
Purge. Other important thing, so we've seen the closure of our Granville Street bridges, over the last number of months. We've been working through design and we've been working through our regulatory authorities. We have regulatory approval now, to move forward with the, bridge, remediation work. So tenders have been prepared, they've been advertised, and they close on May 21st, I believe. May 21st. So good to see that project moving. Would love to see that, that's the double lane bridge back in operation as soon as we can. And that's my report. But I just would like to point out that, Megraj Solanki is here. He's our Economic Development Officer. Many of you may have met him. I think the Growing for Hawkesbury folks would know Megraj from, because he attends that, but others do not. And really happy to have him here today with us and follow through on this is a joint public meeting, so we typically have a committee of whole and a public meeting, so we're holding them jointly today. And yeah, good to have you here, learn about the town, learn about where we're going. And this is especially important because we're going to talk about capital budget, and a number of bylaw and policy issues as well.
Welcome. Any questions for Terry at this point? Any other presenters? So
That's it.
all the reports are submitted. Okay, so we do have correspondence. There was correspondence coming forward from Municipal Affairs with regard to Bill 212. And just to give a brief overview, it's notice with regard to amendments to the Municipal Government Act and the Halifax Regional Charter Act. So obviously the Municipal Government Act is what applies to the town of Great Hawkesbury and the other 48 municipalities. So within those amendments is to clarify the oversight relationship between councils and the chief administrative officer, affirming council's discretion to exclude the CAO from meetings related to CAO performance reviews, to enable councils to delegate CAO performance oversight to committee. And just to reference that would be a committee of council that would be doing your CAO performance review. Clarify council's authority in approving CAO participation in external organizations and delegating responsibilities during CAO absences. And introduce mandatory onboarding and training for newly elected councillors to support strong governance and informed decision-making. And a lot of these will become effective as of the changes to the MGA. And I don't know, Brian, if you wanted to add or two. And for context, although these are changes to the MGA, they're very much in line with what we've already been doing anyway.
Yes.
So nothing new on the town of Roxbury front, but I don't know, Brian, if you wanted to add in.
No, I think that pretty well covers off everything.
Yeah, and that's just there is a process whenever there's any changes made or proposed to the MGA that there is 12 months notice provided to all councils across the province of Nova Scotia. So that is for information. Is there any questions? That riveting topic. Okay, so we'll move on to proclamations and resolutions. We have two this evening. The first one is with regard to Lyme Disease Awareness Month, and we do have a proclamation for consideration of council. So whereas Lyme disease is a serious illness caused by the bite of a black-legged tick infected with the bacterium Borrelia. You can read that one. I will not be able to pronounce that. Whereas the black-legged ticks carry a variety of diseases or illnesses, can now be found in all parts of Nova Scotia. And whereas awareness, education, and practicing preventable measures such as daily tick checks and proper tick removal can help reduce your chances of contracting tick-borne illnesses. Therefore, be it resolved that on behalf of the town of Port Hawkesbury, we do hereby proclaim May 2026 as Lyme Disease Awareness Month. What is the wishes of council?
So moved.
And we have a second there?
I'll second it.
Okay, all those in favor, please signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Yes. Any opposed? Okay, proclamation is adopted. The next item we have is a request for fibromyalgia. It's called Lighted Up for Fibromyalgia on May 12th. And I do believe we have participated in the past with regard to, this request.
I think I did it right last year.
Yeah, so the request is for the Civic Center, the Town Hall, to be lit in purple on May 12th. And if we're able to also light up the wave, we will do so. And I guess it wouldn't hurt to make a motion with regard to the request. And so it's just the council. Thanks, do we have a seconder?
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? Motion carries, and we are happy to approve their request. Okay, we now have council expenses that our CAO will review for. Oh, sorry. I went way too fast. I was reading the slides and not the agenda.
Yeah, so
That's okay. So we'll move on to other business. We did have a request come forward within a wonderful presentation by Square Roots Port Hawkesbury. This is the motion for consideration that the town of Port Hawkesbury approved the request from Square Roots Port Hawkesbury and support the market with a review of financial information to be conducted following the first season.
Your worship, after having visited their market, now,
Mhm.
I'd like to make motion of you approve the request.
Fantastic.
I second
Okay, so we have a motion for consideration. It's been moved and it's been seconded. Any discussion on the motion?
Question.
Okay, the question has been called. All those in favor, please signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? Motion carries, and Melissa can connect with Square Roots to let them know that their request has been approved. The next item is Richmond Boxing Club request. This was also a motion that came forward last month. And the motion for consideration is that the town of Port Hawkesbury support the Richmond Boxing Club event on June 20th by donating 1/2 of the venue rental cost. What is the wishes of council?
Awesome.
Okay, do we have a second?
A second.
Okay, we have a motion for consideration. Any discussion on the motion? Okay, all those in favor, please signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And Melissa will also connect with the Richmond Boxing Club with regard to the request. We do have some recommendations coming forward from bylaws and policies, and things over to Terry to run us through those items.
yeah, thank you, your worship. So a few motions coming from bylaw and policy this evening. First motion for consideration is that the town of Port Hawkesbury approve first reading of the amended marketing levy bylaw and schedule a public hearing on Tuesday, June 2nd, 2026.
Thank you. What is the wishes of council?
Make the motion.
It's been moved by Councilman Olson. It's been seconded. Those in favor, please signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Next motion for consideration is that the town of Port Hawkesbury approve first reading for the amended solid waste bylaw and schedule a public hearing for Tuesday, June 2nd, 2026.
Thank you, Terry. What is the wishes of the council?
Almond.
Okay, do we have a seconder?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor that's been moved and seconded. What is the wishes of council? All those in favor, please signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Yes, any opposed? Motion carries.
And one policy amendment.
Okay.
And this motion for consideration is to accept notice for the adoption of the amended civic naming rights policy on June 2nd, 2026.
Okay, thank you, Terry. What is the wishes of council?
Make the motion.
Do we have a seconder?
I'll second.
Okay, so we have a motion that's been moved and seconded with regard to accepting notice for this change. Any discussion on the motion? All those in favor, please signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? Motion carries for notice, and we will do the change on June 2nd. Thank you for the notice, Terry. Okay, now we will move on to council expenses. Terry?
The expense report for the month of April has been included in your package. It identifies the expenses for the CAO, mayor and councilors. And for the month of April, the total amount was $4,163.36. So this report will be posted on our webpage and Facebook site.
Fantastic, thank you. And we do have one approved addition around budget deliberations. I understand we do have two items, and maybe I can hand things over to Brian to take us through these.
Yeah, so as discussed in the previous meeting, council needs to approve the legislative tax write-ups under section 71 of the MGA, which allows the municipality to reduce the taxes on nonprofit organizations. As you can see from the list, there's several that provide service within the municipality, as well as a list of properties owned by the town of Port Hawkesbury that staff would be requesting an approval to write off.
So what is you have a motion for consideration.
So the motion would be the council approve the 2026-27 legislative tax write-offs per section 71 of the Municipal Government Act as presented at the May 5th, 2026 budget meeting.
Really thinking ahead.
Yeah,
Okay. So what is the wishes of council? Okay, do we have a seconder?
Second it.
Okay, so it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor, please signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? Motion carries for 20.
26, that's a typo on my part.
Okay.
The second item was in order to get ahead of construction schedules. We presented the capital budget to council for consideration, so we can get our tenders out early. So as presented earlier, here's the budget for 26-27 for the capital plan for both water and general operating. So we would ask the council for a motion. The council approved the 26-27 capital budget as presented at the May 5th, 2026 budget meeting.
So moved.
Thank you.
With the amendment.
Yes, yeah.
Second.
Could you technically use this for bullying?
We'll use it next year too, I guess.
You don't have to change this one.
No.
Okay, so we have a motion that's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor, please signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And I guess, Brian, just to kind of quantify our budget process.
Yeah.
Operating is to,
So we also looked at some of the recommended changes from our meeting on the 28th this evening. So that's now close to its final form. We'll bring that back to council at a scheduled meeting 2 weeks-ish.
yeah, I think.
have that, council review and approve that budget, in which case we'll do a presentation for the public for that one.
Fantastic. And does that conclude our budget deliberations?
It's everything on budget.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, and that was a great segue. So for future meetings, since today was a combined committee of the whole and public meeting, in lieu of having a committee of the whole on May 19th, we will be looking at having a special public meeting on Monday, May 25th. And then will be followed by a public meeting of council on June 2nd. And at this time, I would ask if there are any members of the public or the gallery participating online or in person. I see two little people over there. If there's any questions. Going once, going twice, going 3 times. I'd like to thank council for their time, and since we have completed all of our agenda items, we will adjourn. Thank you, everyone.